Hello and welcome to yet another video, and in this video it's going to be something different because I'll be unboxing this gimbal. I haven't really done an unboxing video of a gimbal before. It's not my first gimbal either. This is my current gimbal that this will be replacing this. This is actually a very reliable gimbal and it's been like a workhorse. I pretty much overuse it for a while now, and yeah, it's not really showing its age because it's still very reliable and nothing really failed on me yet. But I bought this gimbal because of the time-lapse feature and how I can connect it to my phone and then set the time-lapse and then just direct the direction that I want to shoot time-lapse with. So apart from being a really stable gimbal, at least from the reviews and from what I've seen with the footage from so many YouTube channels today that I pretty much wasted my time searching, yeah, that plus the time-lapse feature, which played a big role, just kind of made me pull the trigger and actually go out and bought this one. The reason I didn't get the S is because that's way too big, and definitely there were a lot of complaints as well from that model that it's being too big, but it gets its job done, and of course the motor seems to be better than this one. That being said, I'll only be using my Fuji mirrorless cameras on here as well as my Canon mirrorless cameras on here, so it shouldn't really matter that much. And yeah, without talking too much, I'll just get into it. There's a little seal here, a little tape, and now it is officially unsealed. And how do I open this without ripping the paper? Okay. I'm just one of those people who just gets mad at myself when I rip any part of the packaging. But although this is already like dented a little bit, the paper, but it should still be okay. Right, and then now to the main part. I really like the packaging. It's foam kind of finish, but it's also really durable for a foam. Oh, it's nice. There's a little lock here, and it's up, and then, oh my. And that brand new smell from the factory that I always love. It's, you know, that brand new factory smell of like foam and plastic, but like high quality foam and plastic smell, which smells really nice. It probably isn't good for your health, but still it smells very nice. Okay, so this is the adapter from USB-C to the normal micro USB, which yeah, you can use to connect to your camera. And I didn't get the combo version because I didn't feel the need to get the manual focus motor and manual focus ring, because for example with my Canon it has a very reliable dual pixel AF that I always rely on my gimbals, and I'm accustomed to that, I'm used to that, and it's only like slight tap, very gentle tap on the display to change focus very smoothly and nicely, like cinematic smooth kind of. And yeah, to me that pretty much worked well. And for smaller jobs and also for vlogging, I am able to rely most of the time in good daylight on my Fuji system, so I just didn't feel the need for that. And anyway, this is the plastic grip. This is the tripod. Well, it also acts as the extender over here. This is my first time touching this gimbal. The reason I said drone is because DJI just sent me back my drone that I sent it in for service because of the compass malfunction. It seems to have that quite a bit on my particular drone. But yeah. This is also the phone holder that you attach to the side of the grip, which I will have to figure out later. Oh, it's over here. If you're expecting a professional video, just close it right now. I'm not professional. Oh, and also another reason why I decided to get this one is because of the locking mechanism although this part alone is already just as heavy as this entire gimbal. So I'm not sure how I'll be dealing with that, but like while traveling to other places, especially traveling to other countries, like if I were to go to Japan or other places and bring heavy stuff. You know, if you're like traveling alone, even if you could save 10 grams, you would, but in this case, it really pays off with the quality of this camera, of this Ronin gimbal. And this is another thing that I like about the plate. It's kind of like a semi-quick release plate, and you can adjust this according to the camera that you have to mount it onto this plate, which is something I was missing with my previous gimbal. Of course I could just add a quick release plate, but in the same time I didn't want it to get a quick release plate for it. I was a bit too lazy for some reason. And this is just the old traditional way of working with it, and I don't know, I sometimes it just frustrates me because of the inefficiency and also the time it takes. For me, it doesn't take a long time to balance the gimbal. It usually takes about like 30 seconds or maximum 1.5 minutes to balance a gimbal, but in the same time, moving that screws around was just a huge hassle, so yeah. I'm not sure why that is, but I will figure it out. And another reason why I bought this is because of this plate as well. What my problem is with mirrorless cameras is good lenses are usually bigger than bodies, and I love smaller bodies, but it doesn't make any sense having smaller bodies but the lenses are way not balanced or bigger. So in this case with my X-T20, it's okay on my X-T1, X-T2 and so on, but on my X-T20 this lens kind of is bigger and comes a bit lower, so this is very handy to just add as an extension for this camera, and then it just mounts smoothly and nicely onto the gimbal, and then I don't need to be frustrated by it because it's pretty much what I kind of had to work around with my previous gimbal, or my June gimbal, is that it always gets stuck over here. Now, I know that Fuji moved the tripod mount a little bit off center just for this reason as well. Well, I assume so, but in the same time, you know, if you're working with big tripods, big gimbals and things like that, it will still get in the way. But yeah, that's about it. There's this pack, there's the screws and screwdrivers, the L mount, the L key, and yeah, that's about it within this pack. Now let me try to embarrass myself by assemble this system. Again, I haven't charged the system. The plastic thing is still here, the plastic protector. And it's actually a pretty tight fit. And here's the latch to lock. Okay. I assume it's locked. It's literally my first time using this gimbal, so please don't judge. And yeah, I actually really love the lock now, because usually I just slide it on my back of my camera bag, simply because usually if I'm on a run or on a go or somewhere, I don't have time to just unassemble it and put it nicely in its case. I just slide it in the back of my camera bag, and then with my previous gimbal, it just wobbles around, and that's how some of the scratches come about. But with this, I think it's a lot better because it doesn't move around. There's the lock, and it doesn't get in other people's way who's behind me. And yeah, I quite like it so far. And I think I'll end it here. Oh, there's a battery indicator. That is something I didn't know. So that's nice. And it's actually completely dead, the battery. So I have to charge this. And also download the DJI software. Again, even though I watched the review of this long time ago, it wasn't until today when I decided to spend the entire day looking at this, because I just came across the advertisement on it, and then I was like, it seems to be a nice gimbal, and then it's only today when I actually started spending a lot of time researching on the time-lapse feature of this gimbal that actually made me decide on buying this gimbal in the first place. So yeah, so it's my first time touching it, operating it, so I'm probably the least experienced here, so I'm very new to this, and you guys probably know more than me and probably think that I'm kind of dumb right now, but please don't judge. It really is just my first time. And anyway, I think I'm just gonna end it here. If you need a free photography guidebook, I have that on my website, and it's also linked down in the description below. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you can gain something. It's not the most informative video ever, but it's just a kind of little fun video that I wanted to do because it's something new to me, and yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching and have fun shooting. Bye. Oh, I just realized that these two things here, these two screws, you can unscrew them on both sides. That's why there are screwdrivers in Allen key, is that there's this for the mobile piece that you can just plug onto the side, but you have to unscrew either one of these or unscrew both of them, and then you can just plug it in. And then you can just take this out and also put it on top of the hot shoe of your camera, and that's actually pretty unique. And that's what I just figured out right now. And have fun shooting. Bye.